Testing. We are in the house. Successful showcase, man. Come on. I can't tell on our stream if we're started. There we go. The party's going. Sorry, excuse me. I'm still posting on social media a little. Give me just 1 second.
There's a delay. Oh, Tracy's going to drop some.
All right. Here we go. That was a fun one. Before the showcase, I had said, 40 people, 50 people, I would be happy.
I wanted the 250, but damn, we came close.
We hit 180. Yeah, sorry about that. We muted ourselves for a second because maybe I prematurely hit go live a little before my partner here was ready. That's not fair. I had my headphones on, good to go. I look over and he was still doing stuff. That's not right. So, out of respect, I had to mute the mic. I'm just
dropping names and shit. You know?
Yeah. Still posting this on my story on Instagram. You guys were all nice and went right into the live stream, but some people should still be alerted, you know? That's only fair. My Facebook page is giving me a little bit of a fight, too. But you know what? Ain't nobody got the time for that. So, huge props again to Shell Games, our premier sponsor of the event. I see them in the live chat a little bit above. You know, that was an awesome...
Shell's in the house?
Yeah, Shell's in the house.
I knew they were in the showcase chat, but I didn't know they were in the live chat.
That was awesome to have them as
Shell Games, dude.
Yeah, to have them as a premier sponsor. And also a huge shout out to the rest of our sponsors like Beyond Frames Entertainment, Combat Waffle Studios. Beyond Frames was very active in the live chat with codes and stuff like that. Yep. That was really cool. Then we also had Walkabout Mini Golf as a sponsor, Thomas Van Bowel, Impact Reality XR, Field of Vision, Sin Studio. Dude, that was a star-studded...
The support was more than we could have asked for.
Yeah, without a doubt.
For a year one showcase, you know.
I said us as the sponsors, the background of us, but that's not right. I'm blocking people, so I'll just every once in a while put it over us instead. I think that's fair than blocking out gems like Walkabout Mini Golf and Combat Waffle.
Dude, I get it. Totally get it. Yeah, the adrenaline dump. Damn.
Oh, I got worried for a second. TPZ said, "You're muted." Oh, it says somebody said we're a bit quiet. Let me see if I can turn myself up. It also could be that we had the audio of our showcase so good, and now our live stream audio we're not as sharp with. We'll say we're still learning the live stream business, you know. Let's see.
Live stream's a different animal.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine if we had to live stream the premiere like that versus doing the premiere? I mean, live stream the showcase like that versus doing the premiere version like we did?
Yeah, I don't know why we'd be so
do that to ourselves. Too much to go wrong like that. And thank you, Earth Witness, for the compliments on the showcase. I was very nervous all week. I was a nervous Nelly. Ooh, look at that. Dan Fetter said, "Yay, after almost a year of watching every episode, this is my first live show." Well, that might be less of a you thing and more of an us thing, not going live enough. So we'll try to be better with creating
we do it at inconvenient times.
Like Sunday at 4 p.m.
No real notice.
Heads up. Yeah, we squeeze in when we can. This is actually like the first ever time.
Shadow lives is what they're called.
Yeah, shadow. This might
Devs do shadow drops. We do shadow lives.
This might be the first time we're live at a Friday at 2:30 p.m. Oh, pick up the producer. Are you referring to Reggie over here? He was watching the showcase, but he was in and out napping a bit. You know. He said,
he had all that adrenaline. He knew it was up. All excited. The lead in, and then. You know, the crash.
So, Shell Games in the house. I mean, who is pumped for Silent Slayer after that trailer? That was awesome.
Dude. I don't have it, you know. I'll tell the world.
That was such a good one.
I can't wait.
That was such a good one to end the showcase with. A nice 4-minute, like, in-depth deep dive. That was from hearing from multiple members of the team. That was cool.
It was a good balance between, because sometimes if they're doing, like, one of those deep dive segments, I've seen them where they go too heavy on the... You know, it's almost like an 80-20, but the 80's on the person's face and the 20's on the game, where this gave us a really good balance, and I'm excited for it. There's a whole bunch of shit I'm excited for. But of course, anything Shell Games makes, we're going to be on.
Yeah, to have them as the premier sponsor was awesome.
We're addicted to their product.
Well, they could pump out, similar to how Walkabout Mini Golf, I will buy every single DLC from them, and I can't get sick of it. It's the same with I Expected to Die. I do want to give a big thank you to both Ninja Guy VR and also Brandon VR for saying great showcase. I saw Ninja Guy was very active in the live chat of the premiere. That was cool. Did you come from Tabor?
Yeah, I was curious how many people came just from the Tabor side, but we did have a bunch that stuck around because.
Yeah, next time I'll put Tabor. If they're not the final trailer, they'll be like the second to last trailer. I realized my mistake.
3?
Yeah, I realized my mistake in that right after I had done it. I was like,
No, the flow was good though.
Yeah.
Even with that, I don't think there was any issues with the flow.
Well, how about this? We had a pretty much 100 people in the encore section, which I was curious how that was going to be even received.
Oh, for the gameplay.
Exoshock, yeah. Because after the showcase, we ran 7 minutes of nonstop.
It's the wind down. Let shit cool down.
Yeah, but I was like, how are people going to feel about that? It's not a trailer. It's just kind of gameplay footage going nonstop. And people seem to love it. So maybe next year we have to do a couple of those. Also, speaking of next year, I did tease that we were going to announce the date of our 2025 showcase. So
yeah, might as well get out of the way now.
Yeah, in case somebody is here just for that and then I'm eating up their time, we're going to do our...
Oh, we're good at that. We can crush an hour now.
Let me make sure I got my notes correct and I pull up the correct date. Because once I say it, I don't like to retract it. It's in the books. It's official. Somebody's going to record it. Then we don't do it on that day. They say you lied to us. So we are going to do our 2025 Ruff Talk VR Gaming Showcase. At that point, it'll be the second annual. I would say this one was a good enough success that we feel confident to do it again.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do it Friday, March 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Dun, dun, dun.
So give a little bit more time after the holidays to get things.
It's the March Madness VR Showcase.
Yeah, so that's the first Friday in March. So March 7th. 1 p.m., 2025. Stay tuned. I should specify 2025 so people don't think that we're doing another one in a month. No. 13 months from now.
30 days is too noted.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think my heart could take a showcase in another month.
I would say if anybody ever really wanted to do one, 6 months would probably be about the minimum mark.
Spacing between them?
Well, no.
Oh, for planning?
For doing it on a minimum. A minimum. I'd say ideally 10 to 12 months is.
I mean, when did we first talk about this? I feel like summertime, maybe like June, July, something like that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I actually was going through my messages and I have one of the messages where you
I think we could do it.
We're testing the waters with, do you want to do one? And then
which looking back way in over our head.
Dude, I was blown away by the date. I was like, wow. This thing did go from because we talked about the pros and cons of our own reasons why we would or wouldn't.
We had to do it good.
That was our biggest issue.
We don't want to do something janky and bad.
I don't think it was. Honest to God, because we both premiered it to ourselves a bunch of times.
We watched it in big screen a couple times.
And I still, when I watched it, I was like, okay, as a consumer, I'm pretty good. And of course, there were some things that might not have interested me as much as some others, but as an overall production piece, I'm not upset. I wish our studio production could be better, but it's
first year doing
it. Well, dude, and it's that shit is a different animal than this production that we do on a weekly basis.
Yeah, we're podcasters. We're going very out of our element in this one.
We did.
And again, maybe looking back a little in over our heads, but due to support of studios like Shell Games.
Yeah, that's what made the difference.
Combat Waffle, Beyond Frames, Impact Reality, Walkabout Mini Golf, Sin Studio, Thomas Van Bowel, Field Division VR. Those sponsors helped make it a reality. And then to all the developers that participated, there were some real gems in all of those. Those are the people that made it even possible. So huge props to the VR community for backing us and even doing this thing.
Sorry, Ninja Guy's going back to work.
All right, that's okay. He hung around for quite a bit. I appreciate you hopping in here, Ninja Guy. You were a great part of the live stream chat, and hopefully you get a chance, if you haven't, to check out the podcast. We have a great little Discord community as well, so peace. Definitely want to check that out.
Subscribe. Doesn't hurt to subscribe.
Beyond Frames, back in the live stream chat. they crushed it with
Beyond
the
Frames,
codes.
that was, from a marketing standpoint, because I was
Genius.
thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, I've watched a lot of showcases, and I don't think I've seen that go down.
That was smart.
So aggressively, but it was awesome because people were all over it. It's like that was a perfect hype machine right there.
I mean, look at that. Beyond Frames Entertainment, one of my favorite publishers in VR.
Ah,
Shell
dude.
Games, one of my favorite studios in
Yeah.
VR.
This was like a
we had Walkabout mini golf on. Oh, dude,
we knew
I'm
we
giddy.
had to have
I'm excited.
sponsors, right? But I didn't truly, and I don't think you did. Of course, we reached out to, we'll say, the personal favorites, like the wish list, and it was amazing to see that come together. You'd send me messages like, "Hey, so and so wants," and I'd be like, "Are you kidding me?"
And
This is like a dream team wish list for me. So,
and I'm wicked appreciative that they took the chance with us. What I mean by that is like there's some studios that, and it's
they want
understandable.
numbers first.
Yeah, they said,
And I get it.
what's your
Yeah.
numbers going to be on it? And it's like, we've never done this before. We only have podcast to base off of, which is nothing like that. So some studios didn't participate just because it's our first year. We had nothing to base it off of. So the studios that did participate in sponsorship and just general participation, I'm so appreciative that they took the chance with us without
gamble.
any idea of what was going to happen,
We couldn't say anything. We didn't know.
Yeah, even with format, I mean, I think there was a lot of questions of like, how is this even going to play out? Is it going to be a lot of talking? And everybody just took a chance, and I'm so grateful it went how it did.
Again, I think even with our parts in it, pre-sponsor, I don't think it was overwhelming, because that was one of my concerns. That was my biggest. I'm like, I don't want it to be like, this isn't the Us show. It's got to be. So it was perfect. It was done appropriately, and I don't think it was done too much.
Yep, I think 1
'cause
hour was
I have
perfect.
seen where, and I get it. You do need to appreciate your sponsors, but you don't need to lay on it to the point where it's like, I now want to get up and look for something else to do in that time.
Well, I think 1 hour was a perfect amount of time.
Yep.
Too. I think 2 hours is starting to push, so I want to keep it 1 hour, but I do like the encore after. I think people would have enjoyed even a couple more gameplay like clips in that. So noted for next year.
Carson jumped in, who was also in the
He was winning every single
Jesus, like a bot. You want to win something? That's the dude you want to troll to a server. He knows how to do it. Nah, dude, I'm pleased with everything. Even the shit, there's a whole bunch that's out of our hands. It's like all the work is done, and
YouTube could have messed up.
My biggest fear, now that it's over, was that there was going to be some sort of like compression issue or some shit, and then it would do that off sync where things would be unsynced for like 3 seconds, and only because we did a speaking part. Otherwise, you might not notice. Be like, oh,
the music's, you wouldn't see it, and that's a good point.
Correct. But the lips move. It's like they have to match,
We got Ben Outram, the developer of Squingle, an amazing game on App Lab that I don't know how it's still on App Lab at this point. I highly, if you like puzzle games, that one is trippy, psychedelic, relaxing, so much fun. So
Oh, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ben's a cool dude. And yeah, Chad Scott did come in and drop the 100 real quick. Like,
well, Beyond Frames donated too. We had Amelia donated. A.O. Henry donated.
Were those codes only good for, not the codes that were given out for keys, but
they're all
for
good
Aspire 2? Is that still running?
There was an
all day?
Aspire 2 code, and there was a Billionaire's code. I know they're at least each running for a couple more days. I don't remember.
I want to play so
Yeah,
bad.
that looked good. That was a good trailer. That was a surprisingly good trailer.
The production value of that
was
trailer,
very good.
Dude, there's so many that, like, again, as the consumer, I'm like, oh man. A lot of the horror ones, all were good.
Yeah, that last one.
Real good.
Oh my goodness.
But it tells you the direction some.
Yeah, and Earth Witness gave away YouTube memberships. That's correct.
Yeah, I dropped a fistful. I go, what the hell is this?
Beyond Frame said Carson, the lucky bastard. Yeah, man, he was quick with those. But I recommend to people, if you're on mobile, so the YouTube app doesn't let you copy, just for future ones. If you are on an iPhone and you screenshot it, and then you go
doesn't
to
work
your,
with an Android though, right?
Maybe it does. Maybe certain Androids. I just don't have an Android, so I can't comment. I just know it works on my iPhone. So if I screenshot something and then I go into my photos, I can highlight text in my photos, like it's like just written in a web page.
I have done that with my This is about the most high tech I'm getting.
Yeah, and yours is not. I forgot you upgraded out of the button like a couple years ago, right? Didn't you have the button still forever?
I'll tell you what, we had the 5C until it got to the point where like we'd go into a store.
That's what I meant by the button, the bottom button.
The
right
bottom
there.
button, and the people there would be like, "Is that a 5C?" And when you see an employee getting excited over your vintage phone, they're like, "That thing actually still works." Like, are you implying that it shouldn't still work? So but no, we upgraded to like not the what's the newest, like the 15 or
Whatever it is, yeah.
I think this is a 13, maybe, but it does that feature.
What am I on? I think I'm on a 12 or a 13 as well.
I think you're on a 13.
I go to my settings.
But speaking of Apple,
But it's work phone.
is
so,
anybody going and picking up the down payment on a house headset today?
It's coming out today, same day as our showcase. Luckily, we weren't doing a spatial gaming showcase.
It's not a good used car, but it's a used car.
I'm on an iPhone
You're waving
13.
4K cash around. 14?
13.
13.
I'm on an iPhone 13.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what.
Ooh, Squingle dropped $2 euro, and depending on how things are swinging right now, that could be more or less than $2.
I'll tell you what. When I went to England, it didn't work out in my favor.
Nope. And now I remember.
I walked into that country bent over, dude. Handful. I mean, American money when I went. It sucked. It was bad.
The richest I've
really
ever
bad.
been is visiting Budapest in 2019. I was a king. It was awesome.
Well, they have their own currency.
Yeah, they have the Hungarian forint.
They don't do the
I don't think it's
pound or the euro.
No, and I don't think that things are as good, conversion wise as they were in 2019. I think cost of living's gone up a lot everywhere, but in 2019, going to Budapest with $500, it was like the movie Euro Trip.
Yeah,
It was
you're doing
amazing.
well.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, go to England when I went, and $500 was like 200. I think it was more like probably 250 maybe.
So I have a thing at the top that says chat revenue 252. So that means that those $2 euros was $2.52.
I think it's $1.99 euros.
Yes.
252.
There we go.
Shows you the strength of the euro.
Real time conversion. Look at that. Cool stuff. So tonight for dinner too, we're getting some pizza to celebrate. We got a nice little pizza shop in town. So freaking pumped. Gonna get some deep dish. They got a New York style that's good. Let's go.
Yeah, they won awards.
Might even get an espresso martini. Let's see.
I'll pass on that. I'm driving. No way.
We also have a king for some reason. Technically, Canada does too. Technically, the
they
king.
bow to the king.
You guys, you and Canada got the same king, and that's a conversation I got to have with Canada. Doesn't make sense.
What are you saying, Wizard?
Yeah, on Independence Day, you still got the king. You don't. What are you talking about?
It's a weird thing.
He has control.
Canada's just
on
a nice,
the books.
Hey. Canada's just a nice.
They don't want to kick the king out yet.
No,
I get
they're
it.
just nice.
But you can't get it Independence Day until you kick the king out. That's the way it goes. I don't know. I've always been a little on the fence about that one. What? No sushi? You know what? That's a good point. We get sushi all the time, though. How often do you get sushi? Although, to be honest with you, your two post-podcast meals are a lot of times either the pizza place we're going or sushi. So either way, we would probably be hitting one of your routines.
What I like is like a mom and pop place that has consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to go to, and I can be don't serve me woody chicken. I'll never come back to your establishment ever again. Period. Now, still to this day. So, when the consistency is there, it's like, come on, man. Of course, that's what I want. But the sushi place is great.
Well, you get to. Dan said that he's getting surgery on the same day as our showcase next year. But that's okay. You just get to wake up and you have all these VR trailers to watch. That's a pretty cool thing to come back from. I got knee surgery once, and I came back home so excited.
I would recommend.
I was so happy. I was like,
just stream it to the
hospital.
Stream it to the TV.
Give your doctor some entertainment while
watch
they're
it in
doing
your
that.
headset. That might work. No, that's I hope it's nothing serious.
He said injuries sustained while playing VR. Sometimes the game's worth the effort. We'll probably hang out for another 10 and such too. Then we can start to get ready for our din-dins and such. But this was a lot of fun today.
They open at 4? Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, they don't open till 4.
But this was
They open for only hours a day on certain days and take months off at a time. And
They were on the Dave Portney, what's he call it, the one bite.
he gave him a
test.
7.5.
So that's not bad from David Portney.
No.
Oh, Dan.
But they
Dan
also
said that
won.
was a joke. Oh well,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I did. I finished reading it. Did you read it?
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah.
I got her.
Yeah.
From playing the November walkabout course.
Yeah. It's all right. Sometimes I miss jokes while reading text, you know?
Oh, no.
Going quick, too. A lot to look at while you're live streaming. You know, you have your connection, get all the stats.
I promise I have my readers on because I want to be able to read on time.
We do have the TV, too.
Well, yeah, but the chat's right behind our...
Yeah.
This is if I read the chat. It's like I'm staring at the camera. What are you looking at?
Boom.
Oh. Well, that's a godsend right there.
See that?
What were we talking about? We were talking about kings.
Oh, no. I effed up.
The only king we have in America is beer. The king of beers.
There we go.
Budweiser.
Are you able to read that?
Give me that bud. King of beer.
Whoop, whoop.
Goes down smooth.
So nobody picked up a Vision Pro today? Silence.
Crickets. Little crickets.
I know Samson was saying that he was going to go swing by and test one out.
But yeah, but don't you need an appointment to make an appointment to test one? Wasn't that the...
I don't know. I was shitting bricks this morning. In fear I was...
Well, we had our own agenda. Good for Apple for piggybacking off of
Yeah,
us.
I know. We had our date. We had this date announced for
Dude.
so long. And it was there's headsets supposed to come out
The,
another
the
like
shows
month.
on the West Coast weren't open. And it was like 2 a.m. for some other people watching. So I think we did all. It's fine.
I wonder how... Oh, Ninja Guy VR popped into our Discord.
Oh, that's cool.
Stuff. That's wicked nice of him. Wow, Dan.
The ninja dude.
Dan just donated. That's wicked nice.
Thank you, sir.
Dan, did you watch the showcase too?
What showcase? Is there a
Damn,
showcase?
That's not bad. 8:46.
Yeah, people
Ooh.
watching.
We're going up. We're going up.
That was really good.
Either my girlfriend's home or we're getting broken into right now.
If we're getting broken into, that'd be great live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. I like those videos.
Look, he doesn't even, he's out. Reggie is out cold.
Doesn't even notice. Doesn't even notice.
Reggie, your mother's home.
He's slipping. Yeah, but he's got his face on
On
my
yeah.
leg.
Is that visible on the
Look at-
stream or no?
No, like a pillow.
Lift up your leg for just a second.
No, because
Yeah,
his
hold
snout
like
will
a-
go straight in the air.
Yeah, he is out. I'll take a picture of this so we can post it in our Discord after.
He's in the comfort zone. Which I'm
That's
telling
the-
you, doesn't look like the most comfortable position to be
No,
laying
he's-
in.
oh,
but-
oh, oh.
He just, wait.
He
is that my
smells you
mom?
now. He smells you now.
Oh, shit.
He's out.
I'm tired. Leave me alone. I'm trying to get some sleep.
I was like, where's the chat? And I forgot I did the pop out of it. Whoopsie.
Yo, man.
Yo, man.
Oh, underdogs, dude. Anybody playing that?
Underdog. I was surprised because Underdog's trailer was previously seen. That was in our bunch of trailers of our previously seen ones. I was like, ooh, this one's a popular one already. I don't know how the reception of
The voice acting's great, dude.
but you know, I wasn't sure if people were going to be like, oh man, everybody's already seen this trailer or not. But the chat went pretty wild the second it came on, just because it's Underdogs. It's such a freaking good game.
Yeah, I'm hooked.
You were
I'm
having a
hooked.
blast last night. You were so pissed when you died.
Oh, dude. I had so many good... I was doing so much damage that you could jab the enemy and they would just take off across the... it was awesome. And
Peace
then
out, Earth Witness.
I eventually got killed. Oh, take care, Earth Witness.
Sorry,
Then I
I'm-
eventually got killed, of course. And
understandably,
it's
this
one
is
of those you lose it all.
this is a lot of rough talk for people too today between the showcase and this. So I don't expect everybody to chill in here the whole time. Feel
No,
free to
no,
come
no,
in
no,
and
no,
out
no.
and do your thing. I appreciate
This
just
was
even
for us to honestly just unwind.
decompress a little.
Yeah, because otherwise,
I wore a gray
it's an
t-shirt.
exciting day for us. I won't lie.
I was wearing a gray t-shirt during the showcase. How about my what that shirt was like from here to here on both sides, just a sweat.
You looked like a dude who wasn't doing well in court.
Yeah, no, dude. sweating.
Before we ask you any questions, sir, is there any reason you'd be perspirating?
Dude, I was a nervous Nelly all week.
Where were you?
If people could read our messages all week, it was like the same same couple fears, just like constantly repeated. Like, all right, well, what about this? What about this?
Oh, and last night I made the analogy. I'm like, it has what I can only assume is the same feeling of like what a NASA employee feels like sitting in front of their computer, waiting for their shit to be executed perfectly, or the rocket's gonna crash. and that was really what it is, because I could verify, and you could verify the product uploaded was 100% good, right?
Mm-hmm. Reggie drinking. Oh my God,
Coffee.
was he drinking your coffee? Took a couple swips. He went from the water to the coffee.
Are you serious, bro? Caffeine, really?
That's not what you needed.
You know what sucks? It was probably like 15, 20 seconds before I actually heard that he was slurping. Well, he's all fucking proud of himself. I can't believe he just drank coffee.
No, it's not the first time he's gone for coffee. He has a thing with cups, and it's terrible. Coffee's not good for dogs either, but it's mostly beans and like the grounds in large amount.
Yeah.
He didn't take that
no,
much.
No. He was just lapping.
Yeah, not the first time he snuck off the coffee either.
You want a cigarette, bro?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny about Reggie? He has an obsession with cups. If you're drinking a cup of water, he's going to be like, yo, like it's food. He'll be like, yo, can I get that water? And it's like,
Oh, just stare at you.
he'll have water in his bowl, and you'll be like, dude, you got water in your bowl, and he'll just be looking at that cup. It's like, I don't know why. He just loves drinking out of cups.
So what's the date again? Put it out there.
March 7th, 2025, 1 p.m. will be our second annual Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase. About 13
I wish
months
there was
from
a
now.
time that we could pick that would appease both.
Okay, let's
Our-
do the
our
time
country
tentative. Let's not
and-
lock in the time. Maybe we do 5 p.m.
Get what I'm saying? Like, what does it take that we can get? Because I felt bad. A lot of people are at work.
Okay, maybe we'll do a vote on the time through the next month.
And then, people in England and shit.
Chadwick said, "Oh, Reggie's gonna poop good now. Got that coffee flowing.
Yeah. Right.
He's got some healthy poops daily. Anyway, he's good.
Upset he took my coffee.
I know. So, there you are,
I needed that sustenance. No, that's
Why are you stealing
that's
coffee,
funny.
buddy? Why are you stealing coffee?
He's like, it was a good blend. He respects a good blend, a good bean. He's having his charcuterie board for dinner.
It was a good one too. It was a really good pot of coffee.
Dude, there was something about it today. It was really good.
You still yawning even after that?
He's like, I need an espresso.
He's like, dude, I drink your coffee all the time. You just don't see me.
Yeah, man. I'm excited right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a good
I'm
one.
not one that's a loss for words, but
No, I'm on the come down
personally,
for sure.
personally, I think we did. I'm proud of us. What you got?
Chadwick goes, why is he always so dry mouth, guys? I don't know, because he's old. He's a little old man. He's 14. It's hard to tell.
Rasta Reggie. That's what he's known on the street.
Well, his name is Reggie. Reginald.
Rasta Reggie. Rastafari is Reggie man.
Oh no, I agree, man. I'm crashing now too after all that.
Well, it's gonna be awesome to get that pizza from the award-winning pizza joint.
Mm-hmm. It's technically one best pizza
I don't
in
mention
the
their
state.
name because I don't want people going.
It's one of the best pizza in our state. A couple years in a row now.
I'm such a jerk. I don't anybody.
Hey,
If
we
you
already
don't know
mentioned
about
it
it.
on
You don't know about it.
We already
you know?
mentioned it on a live stream before.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, search it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do your diligence. No, I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Some deep dish, some New York style.
I just can't believe everything went off without the
Without a
audio
problem.
sounded good.
Everything went good. It was
some
fun.
of those songs, man, are really really freaking good.
Yeah, some of those the trailers in general are good too. Just in total. All right, I'm crashing. You want to wrap this baby up in a minute before I
Yeah, I'll do it in a minute.
say thank you to everyone again. Again, our sponsors, man. Super proud of everyone. Let's see. Let me get this. Boom. Look at that. We had Shell Games, Combat Waffle Studios, Beyond Frames, Walkabout Mini Golf, Thomas Van Bowel, Impact Reality XR, and Field of Vision and Sin Studio. Hold on 1 second.
Impact Reality dropping a ton of PR work last year. So I'll assume that they're...
Yeah. And thank you so much to Carson for joining our on-air shout-out tier. That's wicked nice of you. And again, thank you to Shell Games, Combat Waffle Studios, Beyond Frames, Walkabout Mini Golf, Thomas
Scott
Van
rolling in.
Powell,
Definitely was not incognito.
Impact Reality, Field of Vision, Sin Studio,
Shell
badass
Games.
sponsor list.
We going out there this year?
To where?
Shell Games. Is that possible?
We might have to.
Go
That's
hit
one of
their
the
studio.
One of the best studios. Just such nice people too.
It's like a 4-hour. I'm thinking a 4-hour drive.
We're on it's one of those East Coast studios. There's not enough of those, so I mean,
And they
it'd
happen.
be crazy to not.
I call 4 hours backyard enough.
Mm-hmm. Some states that's going across the whole state. You know, to us that's going all the way to them. That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
So
No, I can deal with that.
yeah.
We'll have to see.
Whoop whoop. Carson in the house, and then Amelia said, "What is the go-to pizza order for each of you? I like a thin crust, cheese, or I've been going half cheese and then half cheese and pepperoni.
I like
Thin
the
crust.
New York City style.
Mhm.
Give me the NYC pizza. That's actually was going to be the big test because they have a bunch of different pizzas. They have the New Haven.
I usually get the New Haven style.
the New York City style.
Their New Haven style is amazing.
And I've had many a slice of pizza in New York City, especially towards like at the Greenwich Village area. And so I'm like, all right, I have something to compare it to because that's what I love to do is like apples to apples, right? Freaking A, man. It's like it's the only one I get. Because every time I get it, it's freaking perfect. The crust is perfect. The outer crust looks, like a loaf of fucking bread.
Oh no, this is gonna be some well-deserved pizza. It was either gonna be sad pizza because
Delicious.
things went terrible,
Delicious.
but now we get to have happy pizza. And thank you to everybody that donated. Again, Carson's now part of the on-air shout-out tier, so you'll get a shout-out on next week's, Monday morning news. And then thank you to like you said,
Carson was very lively in the live chat too.
yeah, again winning all the game keys. He did a great job with that. And then thank you to Scott, for donating. Beyond Frames
Beyond
for donating.
Frames.
Amelia
Oh, man.
donated. A.O.
Crazy.
Henry donated. Like I
Shell
said before,
Games.
Earth Witness donating memberships. I think that there was a couple other too. I
Earth
apologize
Witness
for
gave out
anybody I
what,
missed.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Just drop. So how does that work? Was that randomized?
I don't know.
Or does he just go click, 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 click?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Sometimes YouTube does shit, and I'm like, I have no clue what that means.
There's a bunch of people that are members now for a month, and they're like, "What the world? What in the world?"
Yeah, I have no clue.
Carson goes, I love VR, man. The scene needs to grow. Much love. Hell yeah. VR 's
Carson
where
in
it's
our
at.
Discord.
If he's not, maybe he should be soon. And Dan said on your drive, I would recommend the VHS workout soundtracks.
I have a feeling if Carson's a Tabor player, he'd probably have a good time with the Tabor diehards in our...
Yeah, we got a couple really good. I won't put them on the spot and say really good, but we got some
I will.
good Tabor players.
They're the
in our
best.
Discord.
The
we got
best.
notably King Canuck. We got Brain Spam. Chadwick's been joining them a bunch too.
Chadwick, to me, acts like I think he's not as good as he is.
Yeah, Chadwick's a sleeper. Chadwick's one of those characters I was so glad.
Chadwick's funny.
Yeah, he's a good addition to our Discord.
He's one of the people that if I see him post something to be funny, I'm like probably legit
Mhm.
gonna laugh. It's cool.
No, good people. It's always cool when
And he
somebody.
gets to play with adult toys.
I love,
Not meaning boom, chicka
Hey,
bow, bow,
whoa.
chicka bow, chicka bow,
This just
chicka
took a
bow, bow,
left
chicka
turn.
bow. No, like,
tractors
fucking-
and stuff like that. Yeah,
Heavy equipment.
bobcats and stuff like that. Yeah,
Brr.
yeah. Digging holes and shit like that.
Yeah, moving earth,
Yeah.
not gonna build, whatever. Doesn't matter. Build a city.
I love when somebody joins our Discord and their contributions and just conversation is like a noticeable impact. Chadwick's one of those characters. Amelia, she's crushes it with the community events and games and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Like I said, King Canuck, Shoes,
Amelia's queen.
Earth Witness,
Hands down.
all the people who
Love
are in our
him.
Discord. And
Love
also,
and Hellsweeper too. So
You-
you want to play Hellsweeper. I'd recommend Amelia as my go-to for that.
I also got to give a huge shout out to in our Discord, Guanatu, but Nick Sutrich
Mhm.
over at
Oh, he wrote the
Android
nice...
Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrote a really nice article in the lead up to our showcase, kind of hyping it up the other day. So that was Android Central is a huge media outlet
Uh-huh.
for tech news. So
Oh, dude,
That's
you look at
awesome.
the amount of shit they cover. It's
Mhm.
definitely not one-dimensional.
And then Carson just hopped in our Discord. What up? Look at that. We got you.
There we go. No, Carson seemed like good peeps. If you have a good sense of humor and you're non-toxic and, play nice with others, it all works out. No, that's cool. Dude, I'm just stoked.
Look at this. My computer's live transcripting what we're saying on my desktop.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Boogie, woogie, 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 woogie.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
No, it didn't even try.
That's right. That's what you get, algorithm.
The live chat just stops.
Can't
the
beat me.
live caption just stops when you start mumbling things off.
It knows when you're being stupid.
Oh man,
that's funny.
I'm so glad today went how it did, surpassed my expectations. Again, I said I would have been happy with 50 people in the live video. We had 185, or no, 188 was our peak.
I think at average, then we both met our goals.
Mm-hmm. Well, you went to the extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
You went high, 250. I think we'll hit 250 next year. I think that
I would say 250 to 4 something.
I hope people enjoyed our first year. I hope it's something that when, things get close next year, based off of the results of the first one, I hope people are looking forward to the second one.
Dude, it's also a great smorgasbord of games that you can go, okay, what was that? Just boom. I don't have that one yet. I don't have that one yet. So if you just look at that as a list of games to potentially own, and yeah, there might be a few that's not your cup of tea, but let's be honest, there's some fucking awesome games on there.
As a VR gaming showcase, my goal with it when putting it together is to show the diversity of VR games. And what I mean by that is I want this showcase to be able to be shown to anybody who's a gaming fan and have them sold in some way on VR to be like you said, you're not going to like every single game. Nobody likes every single genre, but I want there to at least be one game in that showcase for every gaming fan where they go, fuck, I think I need to go check that out.
Somebody's favorite is on that list.
Yeah. So
especially with all the new headsets.
So that was kind of my idea with it, that you can just send that showcase to somebody and who's a gaming fan and maybe is a little skeptical on VR, and that in that showcase they're going to at least find one trailer that goes, you know what, I want to try that.
My problem is I want to try all of them.
Yeah. Classy Grandma asked during the live chat of the premiere of the actual showcase itself, she asked, have you tried all these games? And the answer to that's no.
Could you imagine requiring, I need keys for every video that's submitted? You know what I'm really liking about the vampire game?
What's that?
Besides
from Shell Games, yeah, Silent Slayer. Silent Slayer. I'm so hyped for it.
Silent Slayer, tongue twister.
No, it's just also that we're freaking adrenaline dropping.
You see the puzzle aspect going on, right? Which so how hard do you think they're, because we know it's not their first go around with doing well crafted puzzles. So do you think they're all going to be similar type puzzles, or do you think each coffin's going to be its own unique puzzle? I think
each coffin's going to be a little unique in its own sense. That's my thought on it.
Because I was loving the fact that there's going to be a puzzle element to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Shell Games crushes it.
I'm excited.
Because I had a lot of questions about that game before we saw that trailer. Just when it was initially announced, I was like, what's going to be the gameplay of this? But I have a pretty good understanding now of the way things are going to go. And I'm hyped. I'm sold on it. That answered a lot of the questions I had about it.
Yeah, a couple of tweaks.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing, talking percentage, tiny percent, 3%. A change here, a change there. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm excited. 2024 is going to be a sweet year. So
yeah,
it already. I mean, dude,
it kicked off with the Quest Ambassador program, or the Meta Quest Creator Program.
Yeah,
come on, man, that was a great way to kick off.
We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube
in the first couple days
of the new year,
and
then 100% focus was on this that went down today, and then out of nowhere came the ambassador program.
Thank you.
It's just been a weird year. The support has been fucking amazing.
Thank you to Dan. He said my favorite part about you guys is that you guys are so sensitive about spoilers, but still give great tips. We never want our review or video to take away.
That, Dan?
Yeah.
I take it so serious that when we watch the trailers that the developers put out for their own product, off air,
will be like, that's a spoiler.
I get angry because I'm like, everything I'm seeing is a potential spoiler, but I get it. How do you market your game to be enjoyable without showing the game? But there's certain games, like they expect you to die series. How in the hell can you show anything? Think of the first puzzle in the first game in the car, right? Opening the glove. I don't even want to say it. Opening things is a spoiler. Doing anything to your, it's just like, so how do you articulate that to the consumer without giving spoilers to your own game?
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It drives me crazy.
For puzzle-based games and story-based games, that's probably the hardest thing.
We're oversensitive about it, though, because there's been times where people are like, none of that's really a spoiler. It's like, well, maybe not to you, but if I heard it, I'd be a little disappointed if I already knew. Hey, everyone dies at the end.
And then Amelia said, next up, your PC shopping adventure, because we're saving up our YouTube and Patreon earnings for PC VR capable
2 desktops.
computers.
I mean, we already have monitors.
We got to be getting closer to the cost of one. The idea is for us to wait for both and then just do a buy, and then we both have it, because it would be kind of unfair for one of us to start for 6 months while the other one's still getting there.
I wouldn't even object if it did go down that way. The only issue is like,
things change in 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Now, one of you is whoever's going to. So one of you can get it first,
and then it's going to be worse than the
6 months later, the other person's going to get it for the same money, but it's going to have better shit in it.
Yeah. So we're waiting until
just keep it on the same.
Enough for both. Brain Spam in our Discord sent us some good some ideas of
pre-build.
If you went with this, so maybe we could go and do a live chat in our Discord. And
put one together
and see what that cost is, and then we can say what we have total saved right now, and we can see what the goal is for both. I'm excited.
Can't read. I don't have my glasses.
Dan said, "You're not oversensitive. Your review of the cabin saved my friend and I so much more manageable and fun. Oh, and made it so much more manageable and fun. I'm tired. You didn't write that wrong at all. I'm just
humming.
Yeah." Yeah, Amelia said, especially stuff is cross-buy, compare the graphics. That's something I'm hyped with, because the amount of games on the Quest platform that are cross-buy, we already have so many PC VR games just by owning them on Quest, and then it comes with the Rift version. So I'm pumped for that.
I'm probably not liking the fact I'm going to be corded, right?
No, you go wireless to PC VR.
Yeah, but isn't it better corded, though?
No, nobody cords. These
Really?
days, everybody virtual desktops or Airlinks. This is 2019.
I'm old, man. I mean, I don't need a big 4-inch piece of copper coming through my house.
No, those days have been done for years.
But I'm not gonna have freaking lag and all that crap.
Well, that depends on your internet setup and that. Not your.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't I go direct? Do I have to?
You could, yeah, absolutely.
But
and when I say nobody does wired, people still do wired.
Would it run as I wear the zip up hoodie? Would it run better wired?
Let's ask the PC VR players. They'll be able to tell you. I mean, if you have, my understanding is if
just
you have
like my Xbox can run off of internet, like fucking wireless, but I plug it in.
It has nothing to do, though. Here's the interesting part: the way it's going to perform isn't how your Wi-Fi speed is. That has nothing that's going to dictate it. What dictates it is your wireless connectivity inside your house. Meaning, if your device
what do the
is
PC
slow
players say? Because they know.
Yeah, everybody does wireless these days. Oh, Carson said it was wired.
Wired. Yes, it does. Latency is a factor. And latency in shooting games that's going to cost you a headshot or not.
Tabor, I'll go wired. I expect you to die.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'll go wireless. Anything competitive, though, yeah, 100%.
We've been getting our asses kicked in Tabor. Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah.
Quick Tabor story.
It was like Reservoir Dogs last night.
This is great, man. We both had a great raid. We're in together. We go to the dock.
Love going to the docks.
It's just, we go out of our way. I don't care where we spawn.
I'm so obsessed with the docks. I don't know why.
It's like, we've even said it. We're like, you keep doing the same thing and the same result. It's not.
There's always good loot there. There's oftentimes other enemies.
So we fight our way there. Booming, boom, 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 boom. We get there and there's 2 players that are inside the door, but they're out on the dock.
Well, we hear them
Yeah.
from a little bit away.
They were shooting something.
And Wipe's coming soon, so I'm Barney Badass right now. I don't usually play like this, but I'm like, let's go fucking kill them.
So I go running in there, and for some reason I knew there was two, but I ignored the fact that there was two, and I shot the one guy. Bah, 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 bah.
You didn't just shoot him; he went flying into the
Fucking-
air.
yeah,
Fucking lit him up.
Laid him out, and then his buddy comes popping around the corner, and I get like 1 or 2 rounds off, and then he shoots me. Boom, I'm dead. And then I'm like, well, what's going on? What's going on? And you're like, oh shit, I'm dead, but I killed him also.
Yeah, I had him. He was the one who killed me on the list in the post screen, but he was on my killed list too. I was like, so 4 people just were in that
Nobody got loot.
It was a Tarantino movie in there.
Some newbie's gonna be walking up to the dock, looking all around, and see
Be like,
freaking
what the fuck?
anywhere from 4 to 6 backpacks are all laying around in one area. That's fucking
Bunch
great.
of badass guns.
Dude. You know, I feel like there's a lot of older, or some of the people who played Tabor a while ago who have not played it as consistently are now back in the servers getting ready for the release, so that they can go in there and just fucking chicken shoot all day long. Imagine catching a bunch of day one players in a server. Any idea how much fun that would be? People talking and shit because they don't realize yet that, you know, you're sitting there talking. We can hear you.
I'm hyped for release.
Yeah, it's gonna burn the servers, dude.
Yeah, I said I'm saying whatever the number they expect is going to be triple that for sure.
Oh, Carson is a Tabor player.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. And Dan's asking for Ghost of Tabor tips. I would say both join the Ghost of Tabor Discord and also join the Ruff Talk VR Discord. We got a channel dedicated in there just for Tabor, Tabor Radio.
Some experienced players in both that'll take you around. It's funny because some of the dev team will say the tutorial's your best friend. Others say practice.
Chadwick said trust no one. That's a great one.
Trust no one. Yeah.
Some people going looking for kills. If you ask me, the name of the game is Stay Alive. So, I mean, just don't be running into the open. Assume that
if you're a hunter in real life, you know, carry that over to the game.
Assume that anywhere that you are, if it's open,
you're being looked at.
You're probably being seen. So you if you're trying to just navigate, try to be somewhere that you can have some fields of sight blocked.
Real.
So, you know,
my best advice after playing it for so long now is go in with 2 people.
Solo is a different animal.
That know what the hell they're doing. And while you're even if you get killed within the first 5 minutes, you're going to learn more in that 5 minutes about, you know, what weapons they're using and what this does and what that does and crates and all sorts of cool shit. And it's like the community in itself is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at their Discord, dude.
It's
over
one of the
80,000.
One of the biggest in VR. It's insane. And it
App
grows.
App Lab, 80,000 people on Discord
It's
for Ghost of
insane.
Tabor.
That's, you know, that's why Beyond Frame. Beyond Frame's still in the chat too. Wow. That's awesome. February 8th, 10 a.m. PT.
I wish we could. That's a studio or an area I'd like to visit too.
Yeah, that's Sweden, man. Sweden's on fire.
It's a little bit of a hike for us.
Beyond Frames. They got fast travel, resolution. What is in the water?
I'm actually re-upping my passport just for that reason. I swear to God, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, you don't want to say no to an opportunity just because you don't get the
world takes you weird places you want to be able to go. No, man.
England's not far either.
Beyond Frames has, well, look who they're working with.
You know, I just noticed when Chadwick said trust no one, Beyond Frames did the point up one finger too. It's true. Yeah, don't trust anybody.
I've taken both approaches, though. I've robbed people. We've robbed people, and then you shot them.
Well, you know.
But I learned the hard way about trusting
He should have gone down swinging. He could have taken one of us out.
So, but I agree. Trust no one.
I also killed somebody trying to rob me. Remember that?
Yeah.
When they were like, get down on the ground, get down on the ground, and I just started blasting.
Shit.
Fuck that.
That was hysterical.
Yeah, point the gun at me, say, get down on the ground, fucking shoot you in the head.
Oh,
son.
man. That was classic. That was good.
Well, it was even better because I had just put off, remember I threw the grenade and it fell right next to me, so I almost killed myself. My guy's bleeding. The screen's all messed up. I just hear, get on the ground, get on the ground. Like, fuck that. If I'm dying,
you know what'd be
down.
pretty cool?
Didn't
And
die,
I'm
though.
not even implying they should do this because they have their roadmap. I'm just talking shit. We'll just say that. What if they gave you like a blackjack, and if you could get behind somebody without being seen, and you could whap them on the side of the head, and then they pass out, and you can steal all their shit. You opt to use this weapon for the reason you're not going to kill them.
Magic Man goes, he liked that comment if we've robbed people and then you shot them. Hey, it's Tabor. Fuck them. It's different. You know?
Listen, full disclosure, you start playing this game with your buddies and you don't know what this game's about yet. Your buddies are going to die because of you.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in so long, but friendly fire was a thing.
No, dude, one of the funniest still shit.
You try to shoot by my head.
You were
fucking
standing
asshole.
in front of me and I'm like, in my point of view, my barrel was right over your shoulder, which, you should never fire a round next to someone's fucking ear. But I put the barrel over your shoulder and I pow. And then your guy just dies. I'm like, did I just headshot you, man? How many times did that happen? Then I came running in a room before you lit me up and I was telling you. I'm like, hey, that's me.
Then I remember there's a couple times we were in a showdown with each other when it was like our first couple ever raids. We were in like some handgun showdowns with each other. Like, is that you? Is that you? Is that you?
Yeah, is that you waving?
I'm gonna shoot.
I'm waving.
I'm gonna shoot.
I usually do. Identify yourself, sir.
Yeah.
Identify yourself.
The worst feeling in Tabor though is being
shot.
Being in a group of two and then one of you dies and you're like, shit.
No, the worst is group of two, one of you dies and you go, where did that come from? Because that's always my first question. Where did it come from? And
I don't know.
I don't know, man. But it was pretty close. That dude's like literally right in front of us. Took one right to the neck.
Oh man.
Tabor's
February 8th. That's gonna be a fun day.
Well, since we brought up Tabor, let's talk about Grimm, who was not in the showcase.
No, neither was Silent North.
Dude, don't even get me started. Silent North, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm so hyped for that after talking to Elijah. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
But Grimm?
Yeah, I'm pumped for Grimm.
I don't know. Are we getting Grimm in 2024?
Who
or
knows?
Are we getting Grimm in 2025? Because if it's 25, then possibly some Grimm next year for the showcase. Do some begging.
Magic Man goes, sometime when the rare chance I get to rob somebody, I usually let them live. But sometimes the thought of them finding another gun and somehow killing me 10 to 20 minutes later in the raid is enough for him to kill him anyway.
You could always do all right, I'll give you to the count of 5.
And then Chadwick is offering to Dan to do some runs. See, the Ruff Talk community, something special. And yeah, Elijah's awesome. Did you check out, Carson, the newest episode of Tabor Radio? Also hosted by you boys over here.
Yeah.
Come on, that just dropped
Tabor.
Yesterday. Elijah's a badass. He's
Yeah,
one of
it's a
those
good
that
one,
likes to go in hunting.
I know I tossed out the name like everyone had seen it or heard it. But no. He's the dude that's responsible for all
the guns and gear.
Guns and gear in Tabor.
Title of the episode, Guns, Gear, and Silent North.
Yeah, he'll get you hyped for Silent North.
I'm hyped for Silent North. Yep. See, even my Maggie Man just said that interview with Elijah made me so much more hyped for Silent North. Me too. I was genuinely halfway through the interview like, oh my goodness, I am so freaking pumped for this game. They
need to reel this back to Tabor.
Yeah, I love when any developer, when we're talking to them and something unexpected comes up and I get so genuinely excited, whether that's an update, a new game, or something like that. And it's like, yeah, I left that interview so excited for Silent North.
Yep. Didn't think that was going to be the case going into it.
Nope.
Nor did I think it was supposed to be the case going into it.
But I was freaking sold.
Yeah. Great job. So we'll wait. We'll wait patiently for that. We'll wait for Grimm. Did I mention Grimm?
And we have an interview with Scott dropping next week.
We do.
And there's some, I won't say what happens. There's some good teasers
We've talked
in there.
to Scott between Tabor Radio and Ruff Talk. We've talked to him
3 times or 4 times.
I think this will be our 4th.
I think this is our 4th. Scott's the man.
For what he's chosen to do for the VR space, because that was his choice. It's not like someone said, hey, you have to take all the risks in the world and make this game and do it more aggressive than any human being on planet Earth would choose to make a game like this. but he chose this path and he's crushing it, which tells you, had he chosen a different path or stayed in his other careers, he would equally have has crushed it. But I personally, I don't know him like go to his house and have spaghetti and bread.
He's a cool dude.
But I
Doing
think
good
he's
for
the
the
type
VR
that
community.
I think he needs the challenge.
Yeah.
You know, like you need to be, you know, because what was he told? We learned you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make a game in a year. It costs you $10 million.
And Amelia asked, how long is your game backlog? At this point, it's a freaking comical thing. I don't even want to think about it. It's so sad that there's not enough time in the day with like doing, you know, other full-time work and stuff like that to just be able and check out every game that's, you know, on our radar to check
Dude,
out.
It's
It's tragic.
it's become that sad reality that like, because let's be honest, we have to work, you know, 40-hour-a-week jobs to pay bills.
Everyone
That's
does.
just exactly.
Everyone does. That's
how
life.
you
That's
survive.
life. You know, I'm not saying
If we didn't have to because of what we do here, then that's what we would do.
Mhm.
And you're right, we'd be able to hit, but the backlog is gross.
it's just gotten bigger and bigger every month. You know, the rate of VR games releasing is incredible.
And again, if you're releasing a game, somehow hear this, please don't release them all in the same day.
Yeah.
That's tragic. Like anybody who wants to go up against Tabor on February 8th, you're out of your fucking mind. It's
No, I
not
agree.
worth it.
No, this was a good day though. Successful showcase. Date announced for next year's March 7th, 2025.
I'm excited.
Let me throw the sponsors on the screen again. Huge thank you.
Which means the work begins next week.
Yeah, right. No, it was a solid 6 months of planning. There was a point in October where I was like laying in bed and I was like, fuck dude, February's gonna come fast. And
It
shit's
did.
gotta get going.
No, it did.
Like, and you know.
It came quicker than, again, looking at old messages,
Mhm.
than being like, shit, this came a lot quicker than.
So huge thank you to our premier sponsor for the showcase, Shell Games. Thank you to Combat Waffle
Dude,
Studios,
Shell Games, man. Comment. Look at that list.
Beyond Frames Entertainment,
Walkabout.
Walkabout Mini Golf, Thomas Van Bowel, the maker of Cubism VR, and also upcoming Laser Dance. I'm super pumped for that.
Yeah.
Impact Reality XR, crushing it in the PR side of things. Field of Vision VR, who had some nice trailer. Come on, man. Makers of Crazy Kung Fu.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking awesome. And Sin Studio, the developers of Swordsman VR.
We have loved them since they were birthed on the lap of App Lab.
Yep. So have some of our favorite studios with, you know, studios like Shell Games, Combat Waffle, Walkabout Mini Golf, Sin Studio, Field of Vision, Thomas Van Bowel,
Beyond Frames.
you know, and I was going to say one of our favorite publishers, Beyond Frames Entertainment.
Well, here's the thing. If you were handed that a year ago,
I wouldn't
said-
believe it.
said, hey guys, check it out. These are going to be the sponsors for your first ever show. Well, you know, because you got to be all slickster, you know. Hey, see? What do you think? I can make this happen. Would you believe it?
No.
Right? You'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Beyond Frame. Oh, Chadwick threw us a 5 for the road. Ooh, goes towards the pizza tonight.
We're going to Chadwick's to cut his lawn soon, right? Isn't
But-
that the deal? He's going to bust out the smoker.
Beyond Frames, they won our Publisher of the Year for good reason.
Well, dude.
I mean, dude, look at the game. Look, Ghost of Tabor, man.
That one speaks for itself.
Well,
That's
VR
just-
Game of the
that's
Year is
just
a lock.
one.
VR Game of the Year is a lock for this year, if you ask me. It's going to be hard to beat Ghost of Tabor. I mean,
yeah,
they're-
I honestly keep thinking that too.
like how? I mean, if you ask
But
me,
we don't know what's coming. The year's just
the
started.
only thing that could beat Tabor would be Grim.
Well, I might be being biased, you know, like 100% biased on
So
that.
let's see what happens, though. Great year, though.
Oh,
Great,
dude.
great showcase. Like you said, 2024 off to a great start with MetaQuest Creator Program partnership. We have, you know,
Really-
monetized on YouTube. We hit 1,000 subs and everything like
yeah,
that.
It's this year's
Podcast
been
is growing. Showcase went good,
very interesting.
and we're 2 months into it. So, what about Metro? I'm hyped for that. That was not expecting to see that
Mm-mm.
at all. So, Vertigo Games is one
Dude,
of
we
my
had a good amount for year one dudes. We had
Mhm.
a good amount of
exclusives, and
Yeah.
it was cool to still show off some previously shown ones because not everybody sees
That
every
I
trailer. And
I can't thank developers enough for that.
again, taking a chance. And again, Amelia goes next up, PAX East. Yep, coming quick. Wow, that's a month away.
We'll be there.
Fuck, this year is crazy. So
I'm not sure how many VR studios
No,
will be there. I'm getting this weird vibe.
No, me as well.
You
It's
get the same
unfortunate.
vibe, right?
Yeah.
That
I
there
don't
might not
know.
be any.
I don't know. It's a little weird, but we'll see as things get a little closer.
Getting concerned.
Yeah, but
We're going to be there either way.
It's a good showcase.
Maybe
even
we'll be
for
playing
gaming.
some flat screen games.
Yeah, it's a good event regardless. And yeah, Vertigo Games does not disappoint me, so I'm very confident in their ability with Metro. That's a series I never really played too much of, so
Vertigo's another great studio.
studio and publisher.
Yeah.
So there was, and technically we kind of had Vertigo on board today. It was the developers. I mean, they act as the publisher in Hellsweeper VR. The developers Mixed Realms, they're freaking awesome. They put together an amazing.
I love how much
Developer
they keep
show reel.
putting back into Hellsweeper.
Yeah, I mean that was an awesome little dev dive that they did.
Dev dive.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm blanking on words. I'm sorry. It's been quite the week. You know. Ooh,
Nah, dude.
Carson said he might be at PAX East.
Oh,
Look at
really?
that.
Without, yeah, I mean, you don't have to give us your street address, but
No.
what state are you in? I'm just curious.
We're in Massachusetts, so that's right in our backyard.
Yeah.
We had a really
Not
cool
literally.
Massachusetts-based developer today with Petrichor.
Yep.
Showing off their game.
Out in Worcester.
Yeah.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I believe you popped in Hellsweeper a couple times since you played with Amelia, right?
Yes.
Hellsweeper's a good freaking game.
After I played with Amelia and saw her do the Matrix moves, I got all jelly.
Damn, Carson's in Tennessee. From Tennessee to
Tennessee.
wow.
All right. I've been there.
You know
I've
what?
done the Nashville thing. And I'm trying to think of the other area of Tennessee, and I can't think of it.
Hopefully, like I said,
I've been in.
hopefully we hear more of the VR scene going to PAX East soon. But at the very least, like you said,
Yeah,
we'll be there.
man.
We got the party going. Woo!
Oh, man.
Problem is, it's at
The
the
amount of
same.
production shit we drag around for that is stupid.
Yeah, I'm liking our lav mics though. Maybe we can utilize those this year. Let's see. We got to see how they do with the background noise.
Then the reporter.
Well, we have the reporter mics were cool aesthetic, so I might not want to even drop those. But we always could do the labs for ourselves.
You could just not. Oh, dude, that's some bullshit. Just not turn them on. Don't even fucking plug them in.
Well, because we have two lavs, so we could each use the lav ourselves and then use the reporter mic for.
Yeah,
put it in our guest
I will
face.
have to do at least a. I mean, that is a massive amount of human beings in one space. So we'll have to do a walkthrough and
Test,
see what
yeah.
kind of background noise we can take out of it.
Still got 15 people in the live chat.
Otherwise,
in the
just gonna
live video
sound
now.
like screams.
We've been live streaming for just over an hour now. You want to wrap this baby up?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
crashing out.
I'm good, I guess.
I'm crashing out. I won't lie to you guys. You guys are all awesome, but it's been an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, today was weird.
You know, not that I cried or anything like that. It's not like we broke the zone, but like it was. I was nervous. I was very, very nervous the whole
I was
week.
nervous for the shit we can't control.
Correct.
We had plan Bs though.
We did.
We're smart like that.
Yeah.
We
But
actually had like, what if?
what if the worst happens?
Yeah. Well,
But-
then we will shift to this, and it'll take 1 hour.
But
But
none of
whatever.
that ever happened.
Nope.
And we were probably just like overly paranoid, but I'd rather be like that than something go wrong.
We got some surprises already. We've already some of the shit we've discussed for pre-show. We've got some pretty cool shit in store for next year. So
Yeah, some good ideas, more
It's gonna
stuff
be
we want to
good.
do. Any of the developers and studios or sponsors that participate in today's showcase, again, first off, thank you. And, feel free to send me any, comments, criticisms, things that you think we can do better, or compliments. I don't
Chad.
mind compliments either.
Chadwick's gonna hop a ride.
Carson goes, you paying for Chad? Are you paying for gas, Chad?
Just take the Bobcat,
All right.
nice and slow. All right.
Thank
we're
you
out.
all so much for joining today, putting your faith in us. Again, thank you to the sponsors of today's showcase. That was
Yep.
freaking awesome.
Be thanking you forever for that.
Tell your friends about it. We kind of had, we were stepping outside of our comfort zone
Mhm.
with this one. So I think maybe some people were skeptical, but, hopefully it was a good showcase in general. Everybody enjoyed it. Tell your friends, like us on, your favorite podcast platform, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, subscribe on YouTube, the whole shebang. So
The big wazoo.
let me close out with the
Do
clip of
big
our.
wazoo. Yeah, put the sponsors.
Come
back
on,
up
look at
there.
that. Again, Shell Games, Combat
Good.
Waffle Studios, Beyond Frames Entertainment, Walkabout Mini Golf, Thomas Van Bowel, Impact Reality XR, Field of Vision, Sin Studio. Badass list right there. It's going to be hard to beat in
Dude,
2025. We just said
if we were celebrating, all right, this is our 5th year, blah, blah,
That's
blah,
a good
to
list.
showcase, and that was our sponsor list.
Yeah.
I
so
feel like we hit a grand slam.
thank you all so much. You know, your support's so much appreciated. And you as the viewers too, thank you for taking the chance with us and tuning in. You know, I understand it's a gamble. Podcasters going into the showcase realm, but I think we did it.
We got treats.
We pulled it off.
We got surprises.
Come on. Take risks, exactly. I was nervous about how this was going to go, but it went good.
I'm liking. We don't have a roadmap. I mean, I won't lie, but I like where we're going.
And we got a busy weekend of interviews this weekend.
Oh, Lordy.
I don't know if we'll
Back
be
to
able to
work.
go. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to go live this week, but we'll try. But
Back to work.
Not banking on it, but we are starting next week. You know, good. Like I said, we have an interview with Scott coming out. Maybe something else too. We have our news episode. It's going to be good.
You never know what's happening over here.
So definitely subscribe to the Ruff Talk VR podcast. And don't forget to check out our Discord too. It's hyped. It's legendary. It's good. You want to be there.
Discord.
Fun.
We have a Discord.
Yeah, with great game meetups, you know, great community, non-toxic.
People
It's
from
freaking
all around
awesome.
the freaking world.
Thank you to our Patreon's, you know, supporters. Thank you again to our sponsors, to all the studios that participated. Thank you to you, the viewer. And stay tuned for some episodes next week. Ciao, ciao.
Take care.